That's Prodigy Stand Up. I can't play anymore because YouTube's a pile of shit sometimes. Hello. Hello. I've improved. Look, there's a fireplace there now from a living room because it was just sitting on the floor behind the desk. So now it's there and running. So the L30, which is the topping matching headphone amp. Oh my God, the fingerprints. I'm gonna gag. To the D30. And by matching, I just mean that they're around the same size and around the same price, and you can stack them, which is all that matters in life. Nothing else matters. The stack, the clean stack with the stupid white bark. Why? Those are bottom. Everyone can see the side. No one's looking at the bottom, but they continue to do it. I've got these hooked up with those World's Best cables, which are fucking nice. And then these cables, which you can't buy because I got them from Liberty Interconnects, and they were like used. And I'm just running these video cables to those speakers because, you know, RCA cables don't matter. And then this uses a transformer, which is plugged in there. And I would tell you how big it is, but it's far away. The desk is not what it used to be. It'll eventually move and maybe not be down here. Maybe it'll be up in on the mezzanine. I have a mezzanine. I didn't know what it was called properly, but apparently if it's open on all sides, it's a mezzanine. So things are still a little bit like it's been a week plus since I've done the Sivga Phoenix review. And that's bad because I need to do daily reviews. So let me get back into it. I spent a couple hours with the topping. I spent it with just this on other things, and then I put this on this because it makes perfect sense. And I like the E30 a lot, and I really like the L30 a lot. And I know why. A, it looks fucking fantastic. You could take the shit Heresy and Magni 3 and the JDS Labs Atom, and you can throw them all into a fucking fire because this is pretty as shit. And they make this in silver too. And when you make the case silver, the volume knob becomes silver too. So it's like, they really like. We'll talk about. Let's look at it for a second. We could play more music. Hold on. Those are, by the way, the Fluid FP, I forget the model number of them, but they're the most painfully harsh, revealing speakers I own. And I don't take them down often enough, and since I'm just like, it's like over there, I'm like, all right, those, and bring them over here. So, let's put down the DAC, pick up just the amp. 15 volt AC, so I guess I know at least the voltage. It's a 15 volt AC input. You have RCA output and you have RCA input. That's it. The output is a pre-out. Oh God, I have to. Do I have rags? I gotta have a rag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, internet. I was using it. This is what happens. This is the problem with putting glass in the front of you. This is why it looks better. Ship 9600s, by the way. This is why it looks better than anything by, I can see the reflection hitting the camera. It's like a bar of gold. You build it out of aluminum, and then you just gently taper the sides so it's not a square box. Just give it a little bit. You make it about, you know, a nice size. It's a good little size, a little small size, smaller than the D10. There's a D10S, by the way. I'm going to review that. And then you do glass in the front, and you do glass on the volume knob too. So you got glass in the volume knob, a very delicate white LED. You get 3 switches: off, HPA for headphone amp, pre for, well, back to headphone amp. So we'll be playing, T60 Argons because, I apologize. The morning I released the T60 Argon video, I messaged Ryan at Mod House and I'm like, look, I've had this video for like a month and a half. I'm just going to release it. And I went to sleep and I woke up, and 2 minutes before 8, which they're scheduled to come out at 8, he was like, dude, there's a problem. They're not shipping T60 Argon. They're not shipping T60s anymore. I gotta get some. If you release the video, we're gonna have 1 million orders. So all orders are on hold. I mean, if you got an order in when this video came out, lucky you. If you already have T60s, or if you want to buy one, you're going to have to search the internet to find one to send to him. So my bad. Anyway, back to what this actual unit looks like. This is what we're talking about. I touched it. I touched the grease. Must be some sort of like weird monster from one of those shows. Like, I'm a slime girl, apparently. I'm just a grease man. I'm ugly bastard, the tag. Off, headphone amp, pre. -9, 0, +9. Why aren't all things like that? Or at least, like, normal, low, and high. Like, why is it always gotta be... I don't know. I like the way that's set up. Very delicate little white LED. I have to complain and congratulate this volume knob, by the way. You know me, I complain about anything. If you can't see the indent in that is like barely there, but I can kind of see it. And this has just got a little dot and it's not white, so I can barely see it. And this black knob with a black glass face has a red ring around it, which makes it look sexy as fuck, by the way. And then the most smaller than the power indicator white dot is a white dot, right? Can you see it moving? Can you see the white dot moving? And on one hand, that's not enough, but on another hand, I can actually see it. More than I could see that, or that, on the IFI and on the Gashelli. I could see that white dot do its thing. Now, I don't know if that's because we're under severely harsh lighting. Maybe if it was lit from behind and I have a thing to light from behind, I'll eventually get to that. I want to complain that it's not enough of an indicator, but at the same time, that is the most finite indicator that it still functions. I'm happy for it. In silver, by the way, I think that becomes a black little dot in the silver ring, so that might be hard to pick up. My nose is running because I closed the windows. All right, let's move through this. I started listening with the Civica Phoenix, which is all of you should know, is the easiest to drive pair of headphones I've ever owned. And this is the T60 Argons, which is not the easiest to drive headphones that I've ever owned. So let's slap these on my head. Set it to high gain, because let's face it, it gonna need it. Now, oh, Mickey Hart. I'll tell you this much, and this is the best compliment I can give to an amplifier. These sound like T60 Argons on this. Now, it's been a while. I had to dig through my box to get these out because I only had the Phoenix still out, and these were on the very top. I got my my legit Grados, the old school GS1000s. So those were on top. I had to dig for these a bit. And so these are the first headphone I pulled out of my box from my house. I had these. The Ship 9600s arrived here. So really, these are the only headphones that I know, because I had them, but I know. There's a big spider on the wall. Should we catch it? How do I catch big spider? Hold on, I need a thing. Fuck. I need to catch that spider to see if it's a bad spider. Where'd he go? Oh, shit. Alright, we'll just make a mess here, it's fine. Where are you, buddy? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're a big guy. I'm gonna catch you. Daddy's gonna see if you're a brown recluse. Here, come on. Yep, you're in there. Alright. Did you make it? I can't see. There's no light. Please be in here. This is what Zeos is fucking... Yep, he's in there. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't think you're a brown recluse. That's good news. Because those have necrotic venom that literally kills your flesh. I think he's a grass spider. All right. You have no idea how big a relief that is. I'm leaving that in. Welcome to Zeos's puzzle dungeon filled with spiders. Filled with spiders. I'm not cutting that out. This is great. That's great news, because I killed fucking 3 fuckers, but they were all smashed to the point where I couldn't identify them. And oh my god, let me tell you, if you look up spiders of the Northeast, you get like a fucking chart of like 12 of these cocksuckers, and they all look exactly the same. And if it's a fucking brown recluse, you can't sleep right at night. And I don't see the violet on his back, but he doesn't have furry legs, so he wasn't a wolf spider. Are they in my headphones? Another reason I don't want to put my headphones up down here. Just a little bit of insight into my fucking mental state. Like, I don't leave headphones down here at night Speakers I don't care about. They're fine. Look at those over there. They're fine. Speakers, amps, equipment like this, fine. Headphones, which have like these wonderful like nests that I'm just not going to check every time to put them on my ear. I tend not to leave here. That fucker jumped too. I think it's a grass spider. I think it's a grass spider. We're gonna go, I'm gonna either suffocate him or I'm gonna take pictures of him through the glass. It's fine. Like I was saying, remember we were reviewing the topic L30? It's fine, I'm fine. My mental state is 100%. Crazy. Wallpaper available in the description, by the way. Cute, black, little red dot. So the red accents, same thing. Still on it. So, what I've been told, the word on the street, if the street was Telegram, the Telegram was my private Telegram chat for $10 a month if you support me on Patreon or Subscribe Star, is that what this is, and it's only $140, because it's a little bit more than like the Heresy, and it's a little bit more than the Magni, and it's a topping, so you know it's made in China. And let me tell you what else topping makes. They make the A90. The A90 is the best headphone amp you can currently buy. Pretty much almost at any budget, because it's powerful, it's balanced, it's clean, it's cleaner than the 789, it's cleaner than THX amps pretty much across the board, and everyone that's listened to it has agreed. And somebody whispered to me, hey, you know they took the single-ended part of the 789 of the topping A90, which is the cheaper part, because obviously there's a balanced section and then the not balanced, and they just put it in here. That was not a spider, that was a piece of dust. But this could just be an unbalanced section of a 1090, of an A90. 1090. Wow, I'm in graphics cards again. And if that's the case, which it kind of a little bit sounds like, then that's the buy of the fucking century. Because I mean, I love my IFI Zen Can signature. It's balanced, it has multiple gains, it has multiple inputs, it's got 3D effects, it's got 6XX, the one that they have coming out that has bass boost. This is very simple. Power on, headphone, power on more, speaker. By the way, Otis Taylor.
Open these bars.
It's got a three-way gain switch, which one of the issues I do have is that with these headphones, which require high gain and roughly headphones, roughly like more than half. Like we're still at high gain and I'm at like 2 o'clock. So if you have very hard driving headphones and then go to switch it to the pre-out, loud, and I did it once and I'm not doing it again, so you got to remember to lower it and then
I'm so sad, I just want to go home.
God, it's sound. People are like, you got to put some acoustic treatments down in your basement, CS. Well, let me tell you something. You see that insulation? You see that paper over the insulation? You see how the wall behind me is like 45 feet away? It's treated. I'll definitely do some diffusion panels for looks, because that's concrete and it looks like I was kidnapped and brought to Afghanistan, and now I'm filming my reviews in Afghanistan in a bunker. But that's kind of a new look for me. I like it. I kind of like that. But yeah, no, these speakers, I still hate listening to music on them, but my God, do I respect what they can do. I'm gonna switch. That's Westworld Season 2, my speech. Check for spiders. Yeah, no, I think the measure that Zeos is gonna throw at an amp, because amps are not that hard. Take music you know, take a headphone you know, take a DAC you know, and I've had a couple DACs hooked to this, and then just see if this fucks with it. If it fucks with it in a bad way, bad amp. If it doesn't do anything and it sounds like, all right, it's all right, and something's lying, then it's just all right. But this is fine. This is, you know, $1,200 set. I'm going to say $1,200 because that's how much Ryan should charge for these because they're absurd, which would still make them $1,000 less than Veritech closed. These $1,200 T60 Argons, which someone sell them on Amazon for that, sound exactly what they sound like. They don't sound different. They don't sound wrong. Some amplifiers, you're a little underpowered, or if it's adding like a little bit of warmth, like the Heresy versus the Magni 3 Plus. Magni 3 Plus sounds a little bit warmer on some things, and the Heresy is very clean and sterile. This just sounds right. Let's plug in. Did I do you? Oh, we got to go way down on the gain for the Phoenix. Oh, they're so comfy. Yeah, it's a reference amp. This is like the cheapest reference amp you can get. Geshelli, if you have this and the Geshelli Erish balanced, you just get a DAC that has balanced outputs and single-ended outputs, and you just put it in the middle. I mean, you could get any level of DAC this, and you're done. You don't need an A90 anymore. If you have either one of these or both, once you have both, you're done. Don't even look for higher-end shit. Get a tube amp. We got Postmodern and Jukebox Game of Thrones theme, but it's like smooth Christmas version. Yeah, I'll just let you listen to it. It sounds so good. All right, take these off. Oh God, stuck on my camera. So we caught it. What did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? We agreed that the L30, everyone was freaking out about it, and I wasn't, because I just don't care anymore about most things coming out. Like, I try not to get excited, because then I get really disappointed. But then I do get excited about other things, and then I do get disappointed and everyone loves that video. I like to just be like neutral and then like, ooh, pleasantly surprised. So I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, the fingerprints! Holy shit! Maybe don't get it. Because fingers exist. No, still get it. Still get it. If you can live with this, oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't cleaned this in like forever, since before the move. And I was using this upstairs. This was feeding into my vintage, what the fuck is the phase linear amp. And this was the volume control for my phase linear amp, because it's the only remote control I could find was the one for this. But either way, it's, you know, it was perfect for that duty. And bring it up here and plug it into this, and this is perfect. So the DAC doesn't sound like it's lacking. The amp doesn't sound like it's lacking. You're looking at 140 and 130. That's 270. That's sub $300 combo. Yeah. And don't think you need to get them to match. It's just, it's nice when they do. It's just nice when, you know. Oh, the only problem I do have with this stack also is that when you're using the DAC, you have like a volume control that could say any number you want, but you're going to want it to say 0, and you can dim the screen. I have the screen dimmed right now. If I put up, it's just going to say 0 forever. Forever and ever. It's going to just say negative 0.00 PCM, and that's all it does. That's why I want DACs to have VU meters. So when you're just leaving them at 0, own S8. When you're running them, like that one at least shows me the kilobits, like the depth, the bit depth and shit, 44.1. So that's at least a knowledge. I'm learning something from that screen. This will never teach me anything, because it's just going to say that forever. If you're using this, honestly, this on its own for like powered monitors, if I wanted to hook those fluids up, I would just go, well, I would just plug these into here, and then I would have a remote control for them and everything. So really, Topping has not made a stinker. Topping was a really off-kilter brand for a while. They made some good shit, they made some bad shit. They made some shit that was built like crap, they made some shit that was built beautifully. Now, I don't think they've failed in a while. We're real close in the case color too. It's not exactly perfect, but I've noticed that with companies like Topping or SMSL. Even though they're in the same shaped case, sometimes it's a little bit off. You know, January production, February production, March production, it's all different. But you'll never notice it unless you're under like the murder light like I am. So, Wholehearted recommendation for the L30. Probably over the Heresy, the Magni 3, and the Atom. Like, we're talking that level of like, oh, that's just really nice. Which is going to suck, because now everyone's going to go, fuck, I have all these things, you guys are telling me to buy them. They're fine. Those other ones are fine. This is the new boy. I have to compare it to those. And if it's not worse than them, and even though it's slightly more expensive, I prefer like the look and the way it feels and the design and then I'm going to recommend it. It's a good recommendation. The wallpaper available in the description. I don't know who that is, by the way, but there you go. She's very classy. Shoulders are out. Download her in the description. Go to my Patreon or Subscribe Star. $5 a month lets you see these reviews early. I don't know how early, because I had a huge buffer when I was moving. Now I'm in the basement catching spiders on fucking video. And so the buffer's smaller. I need to pump out like 7 or 8 videos in the next couple days so that I can actually like continue to offer videos early. So $5 a month, you get to see these reviews early. $5 a month, you get to participate in the yard sales, which I had one this month. Surprisingly, I haven't missed a yard sale. Hopefully I have enough boxes, and I haven't done a UPS pickup yet, so that'll be fun when UPS comes and they just throw it into the truck, and I don't know the guy. And also $5 a month lets you ask me any questions on platform. I am fucking far behind in those questions. Since I was moving, I just didn't check. So I got like 45 to 50 questions that I have to go through from like 3 weeks ago. I will get to a new question. There's less people on Subscribestar, which will put you a little bit further up a list for me answering questions. Or if you don't want any of those fucking problems, the $10 tiers on Subscribestar and Patreon put you into a private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where everybody there knows exactly what my house looks like, exactly how I set it up. I ask them questions on how should I do this and that and that. They are the behind-the-scenes driving force of Z Reviews. And apparently it's the best audio chat on the internet, so I get to brag about that. But I didn't call it that. Other people call it that. So that's a $10 paywall. Literally keeps out the riffraff. And apparently there's a lot of riffraff. So people who are willing to throw away a Chinese food meal a month get to go in there. And you get to ask me questions you want directly on my phone. My phone will buzz and I'll be like, what? And I'll hit the record button. I'll have my microphone go, that sucks. Don't buy that. And then you that was it. You paid $10 for that. But it's good insight. And other people have even better insight than I do. Although watch out. Some of those people are trying to sell really expensive stuff to you. Really expensive. Really expensive. So we got wallpaper, we've got Patreon, Subscribestar, Hi-Fi Guides, having a couple site issues. It could very well be, let's refresh and see if it's up. Oh God, not again. Oh God. So here's the thing, Hi-Fi Guides has been doing really fucking well. And we've already updated our AWS server. And now we may have to upgrade it again because like we're hitting capacity all the time. And it's gonna crash. It's gonna show me a 522 error, isn't it? It's gonna show me a 522 error. If you don't know, by the way, yeah, Hi-Fi Guides is the site where you can, you know, select a price range of headphones or DACs or speakers, and you say I want this and this and this, and it shows it to you. Wonderful, helpful guide. We're gonna work on it and make it bigger and better. I'm gonna probably employ someone to do that. The forum, if it was up, is basically, it's like a mini Head-Fi. A mini Head-Fi, or Super Best Audio Friends, or except I run it and DMS runs it. So there's no bullshit. And there's no ads either, because we don't fucking need that shit. Not yet. It's this forum hasn't cost enough money that I need to bombard it with ads. So if you want a forum that has basically no ads, Hi-Fi Guides forums. Who knows, in the future, if there are enough people who join, maybe I'll plaster it and we'll have to get Raycon head IMs. Raycon IMs! That's the ones, that's what I need to put on there. So, that's it. Am I done? I don't know how to end these reviews anymore. I caught a spider. I hope he doesn't escape. I'm going to identify my grass spider now. Thank you all for stopping by. Peace.